football before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively, nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Jones going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught. A very solid gain of 27. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes, just runs past people. Sometimes you get people.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. DeAnthony Thomas, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. First carry for James Conner. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call a moment of truth, when the ball's arriving.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give the sack to Blake Martinez. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't. Through the contact, brings up 2nd down.
Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hello.
Now Roethlisberger. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 15-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. O'Shane Ximines just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
On 2nd down, it's Thomas, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Ready. Ready.
On 2nd down now. It's Thomas, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Jones to throw again. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line.
1st down, New York.
Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27.
Let's make these babies cry. Check 52.
They run with Thomas. 17 yards and a giant 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After after the sack on first down. Jones, and he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll big
rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
30 bakes. Topper! Let's go!
Jones off the play fake. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
You got tight. You got tight right there. 6 guys. Check quarter. Switch.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now Jones operating from the gun. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
Ready? 15, line. 15 line. Right, 54. Hey.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Jones now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Throwing, Jones. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On second down, it's Thomas. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, it's Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Off play action. Jones. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jones, flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Come on, set, 50, plant.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll run on 1st down. Thomas takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Hey, you don't want to see him. Alert, alert. You don't want him. Watch twins. Watch twins. Rush in. Rush in.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Now it's Tate. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
And the Giants' 1st down.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Thomas. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ready. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready? 30 base.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Let's put it up.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. On the ground, it's Thomas. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they get him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Thomas. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. On 3rd down, it's Thomas, and he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
60 Pittsburgh.
I got you.
Penny. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
They'll try and run with their fullback. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's why that position was created. Big, powerful, strong guy who can carry the ball and plow forward. That's exactly why you have him on the field.
Down. 8, read.
On 3rd down, it's Thomas. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. Checking things elsewhere. 3rd quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. A killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Big Ben going to take it himself. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown.
Go put it up, I'll whip your ass.
Ben Roethlisberger, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Here we go. Blue 30. Give me that ball, defense.
Roethlisberger keeps it. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now
yeah, they cheated me, man.
No chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
18 Gator.
Let's go, team. Let's go. 29. Check it down.
On 1st down, Thomas. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
For a rookie first rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you've got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll keep it on the ground. Thomas. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Under 10, 10. 6, pull it high. Watch 98, 98's the mic. There we go. Whip. Watch the whip.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dexter Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Here's Roethlisberger, and he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gators.
They'll run on first down. It's Thomas, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay,